So, Mr. Jones, can you explain what dipole is?
Yes, well, the magnetic field, there really is no beginning or end. Um, the dipole is just a way of showing how the magnetic field lines circulate. So whenever you've got a permanent magnet, it's always thought of as having a north and a south pole because the magnetic field lines point out of one end of the magnet and point into the other end of the magnet. In reality, the field lines go all the way through. So to call a magnet a dipole, that's really just a sort of a leftover idea from an electric dipole. There really aren't poles because magnetic fields really only exist in loops. There aren't poles, and there's one thing for surely there's not, and that's a monopole. Monopoles do not exist. There is no such thing as a magnetic monopole.
Okay.
Yep.
So did you know that animals navigate when they migrate? They navigate with the help of Earth's magnetic field.
I've heard that some animals do, yes.
Can you explain on that?
I believe the way it works is somehow the animals have evolved neurons, I guess neuron synapses, little electrical sparks in the brain, and they use those little electrical sparks, which themselves create a magnetic field, and they can align these magnetic fields in their own brain. The animals align these magnetic fields in their own brains with the magnetic field of the Earth, and you've got a compass there. It's a natural compass in the brain.
Wow. So that's how they migrate through different
I
seasons.
believe that's how it works. Yes, if you align yourself with the North Pole, you know what north and south is, and off you go to the north if you're migrating north.
But even though Earth's north is not the real magnetic north.
Oh, right. Actually, you got me there. They're aligning with the Earth's south magnetic pole, which is the Earth's geographical North Pole. Thank you for correcting me.
No problem. Okay.
That was good. See, that made you look smart there. Good.
Okay, after that. Anyways, so for the most part, I've learned that it's not after the reversal takes place the most effects are. It's during the reversal when things start to change and a lot of challenges come into place,
Okay.
especially with solar winds. During solar winds, magnetic field is the only thing, for the most part, help us and protect us from solar winds. They are high charged particles, as you know. Can you please elaborate on that and how it might affect our Earth if the magnetic fields start to reverse?
Right. So if the magnetic fields begin to reverse and there's a period of sort of non-uniform magnetic field protecting the Earth, you're going to have little pockets of play. You're going to have pockets around the Earth where you'll have field lines popping up here and field lines popping up there. There are going to be openings on the surface of the Earth for the solar wind to do damage. And when I say damage, I'm talking about the solar winds, radiation, and highly charged particles stripping away our protective layer, the ozone. Without the ozone layer, we can't keep an atmosphere in, and can't keep life going. Got to have
And
the ozone layer.
and this is almost what happened with Mars.
Mars.
I've
I'm not sure exactly why Mars lost its magnetic field or why it lost its entire atmosphere, but the two definitely went hand in hand. The solar wind stripped whatever atmosphere there was from Mars, and it no longer has an atmosphere.
I've watching Discovery and History Channel. I've learned that Mars did have inner core activity, but then all of a sudden things started to change. So would that be a reason why magnetic fields might have not been that dense enough to?
It's very possible. We need more data definitely need more data from Mars, and that would involve, you know, studying the remnants on the surface, the magnetic remnants, just like we studied the magnetic remnants in the seafloor on Earth. We'd have to study that and see how long, how much time went by between the reversals on Mars, if there were reversals.